inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher, unlock the fire in you, cause real women don't bitch, no, real women don't, 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 real women don't bitch.
Hey, thank you for joining me on the Real Women Don't Bitch podcast. This is your proud host, Auguste Crenshaw, aka Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. I am the #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs because building mental muscle is necessary in order to implement successful business strategies. This show has been created for the woman who is not excuse-driven and needs help building a profitable business. I will be interviewing women from various fields who are willing to break the silence on struggles that specifically affect female entrepreneurs. Welcome to a show where I and guest speakers from time to time share our methods that help us beast our business no matter what is going on in our lives. Whether you are an online or brick and mortar business owner, this show is for you. We will hit every angle, personal, professional, and spiritual. Why? Because on any given day, you get hit with shit from a scenario involving one, more, or perhaps all of the above. It all impacts you and your mindset towards your business. I have made it my personal mission to provide a space where we dive deep into the BS we face on a day-to-day basis. Oh, I am about to challenge you guys today. I want to know if you are really being your true, authentic self. And a lot of you will say, yes, I'm out here and I'm showing up and I'm being me. If you are showing up and you're out there and you are being you, that means you are repelling people like crazy. I talk a lot about, yes, attracting clients. But today I want to talk about whether or not you are causing people to be so disgusted with you that they don't want to follow you, that they don't want to be your friends, that they find themselves wanting to make comments on your post where you may think that they're being a hater. Are you doing these things? Because when you're able to do these things, this is when you can say, yes, I know who I am and I know what my brand is and I am communicating that thing very effectively. Many of you are not doing that. And so I want to give some very practical examples so that you can look and say, oh yeah, I am repelling people like crazy. Because if you're repelling people like crazy, then you're getting rid of the people who have nothing to do with what you have to offer, and you're opening the door for the people who need you to see you. What do I mean by this? Well, let me give you some very clear examples, because a lot of you think you know what you're doing, but you don't. Let's do weight loss, for example. There are different types of weight loss coaches out there. Someone has this very, subtle and holistic approach to everything. It's like, and what I want you to do is just to be in tune with your inner spirit and your makeup. And I have all of these herbal supplements and we're going to do yoga and it's just going to be this awesome experience. And there's somebody out there that's like, oh my God, that is what I need. I need to be somewhere where I can just be in a place of peace and calm, and I can learn the appropriate things to eat, the right type of natural supplements to take to get me there. And when that person, if that's you, you're out there posting, there are people that are going to be like, great. But there are other people who are going to be like, ain't nobody going to lose no weight with that. That's weak. That's bull. If you want to get the weight off of you, what you need to do is you need to get up. You need to be committed. You need to be dedicated. You need to get up. You need to work out. It means that you are going to have, a very specific regimen of doing cardio versus doing weight work. And you need to go in and go all out, and none of these, simple 30-minute workouts. You need to get 45 minutes to an hour. You're going to need there are deficiencies in the natural diet of humans because of what they do with the soil. And this means you need to take this supplement for protein and this for energy. Completely different energies. And that energy for some is going to be like, yeah, that's what I need. I need, an intense type of workout. And the person that wants something more calm and wants that yoga is going to be like, oh my God, why are they so rough? I would be stressed out with the ideal of even working with that individual. But what I find a lot of times, and I know that I've done this myself, is, for instance, that really rough one may be like, yeah, I know that there are some people who use this other approach, and I'm not saying that that doesn't work, but I want to talk to you about being really dedicated and, wanting to get up and sacrifice that time, wake up early in the morning. The presentation doesn't match what's on the other side. And what ends up happening with a lot of you is once clients purchase your products or services, that's why you have low retention. You get a lot of bad reviews, and people walk away feeling unsatisfied or unfulfilled because what they saw and what they got were two completely different things. Same thing like with me in the coaching industry. I actually had a woman that I lost as a client. I'm actually going to make an episode about this, who had this, oh, everything is about tapping into your feminine energy and, this peace and this calm about how you do things. Now, as a coach, I was able to help her translate what it is that she does to her people and to be her true authentic self without making her sound like me. I was able to tap into that, but my communication style with saying, hey, show up and work your business, show up and do what it is that you need to do, was radically different than what she really wanted. This woman actually ended up working with me because she just liked the results that she was seeing people get. But what would end up happening is that she decided that she didn't want to work with me anymore. And that's cool, but it wasn't because I didn't present myself as who I was. I was going in, I'm like, look, you got to be serious about your business. You need to work like this. You need to do this. If you don't have money, you need to have muscle, so on and so forth. Her coming over to my side was still her wanting to get whatever it is that I had. It was her wanting the results that I gave off. But then I had to sit back there and think to myself, wait a minute. I know so we can't be 100% perfect, right? We can do everything in our power to make sure that we're presenting ourselves authentically, but every once in a while somebody may slip through the cracks. But still, I need you guys to know that I had a moment of reflection and said, is there something that I could have done differently to keep that woman from even working with me in the first place? Is there something that I could have done differently where I wouldn't even had this situation occur? And one of the things that I had to realize is that I actually, because of some behaviors that she had displayed, I could have turned her down. I could have turned her down and said, no, I don't want to work with you because you're not my ideal client. You exhibit certain behaviors that I've questioned you in my mind as an individual, but I didn't. And I allow her to be coached by me. And that's what the turnout was. So guess what? Once I looked at that entire situation and what came from it, that meant that when I started going out there and promoting myself, there are a couple of things that I did to make sure that I rubbed individuals like her the wrong way, because I don't want to continue to have that situation. I don't want someone to come into my fold, my coaching fold, to receive what they need in order to build their business, where once they get a certain level of results, there'll be a certain level of contentment or satisfaction, and then they will walk away. And I'm bringing this up just to say that once you master the art of understanding how to repel people as you evolve in your business, this is something that will continue to evolve in you as well. You will become so good at communicating who you are authentically, that you will repel people that don't need to work with you. That's the question you need to ask yourself. How good am I at repelling people? How authentically am I showing up? I've given this example before, and I believe that it hits home so well. There are different types of coaches for relationships. And if you are someone who is dealing with individuals because they have poor communication, then every time you turn around, you're going to be putting up posts about communication. But if you're someone who does something about relationships and you are specifically helping people explore their sexuality and become comfortable and reconnect, you're going to constantly put up posts about relationships and sex. And guess what? From a marketing perspective, that's going to be great for the person that wants to break open and start, experimenting. But for the person who doesn't care about sex as much in their relationship, for the person who doesn't want to face that side of their relationship, it'd be like, really? Why is it that she is always posting something about sex as if sex is the only facet of a relationship? You and I both know that that's not the only facet of a relationship, but that's your key area. That's your primary target area where you hit. For the person that's dealing with relationships and communication, well, all she ever wants to do is talk about talking. But it's not just about talking. You know what I'm saying? So you end up disgusting people. You end up getting on their nerves with your messaging, or you end up hitting a chord, hitting a pain point with individuals when you are willing to consistently and constantly talk about what it is that you do. I know there are a lot of people who do not like my approach, because my approach is basically I'm calling you out approach. Oh my God, you're just always calling people out and it just feels uncomfortable. Great. That's me. And that's what I do. Do you constantly repel people, or do you constantly only attract people? And in those people that you attract, is there a mixed breed of individuals? If they are not your ideal clients and you find yourself sifting through the individuals that you are attracting, you need to strengthen your messaging. You need to strengthen the type of content that you're delivering. I don't know how you guys feel about this message, but I do know that it is an important one. And some of you may be saying, I hear you, but how do I do that? How do I change my content that it's so magnetizing to the person that's supposed to work with me, but extremely repulsive to the individual that doesn't? Well, that will require you to contact me, reach out to me, and let's look at what your messaging looks like. If you're on Facebook, I'm on there as Auguste Crenshaw. Connect with me. I would love to see who you are and take a look at you and your business page and what you're doing. And I would be glad to let you know if you're somebody that I can or cannot help. Let's start repelling people. That's your segment for today. That's definitely a great token of wisdom to make sure you're going down the right path, building your business. I'm out of here. Thank you for joining me today. Remember to cultivate a mindset that is biased towards taking action. No bitching, whining, or complaining. Here, our mantra is, real women don't bitch, we get shit done. See you next week as I continue to bring you what you need to keep your head in the game and beast your business. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us a 5-star review. Would you like a specific topic covered? Have a question you would like answered live? Then head on over to realwomendon'tbitchpodcast.com. Subscribe to my email list, hit me up, and I got you. Interested in being a guest speaker? You walk the walk? Then you can sign up on the website too. This is your #1 advanced mental conditioning specialist for entrepreneurs, Mrs. Raw, Real, and Relentless. Signing out. Deuces.
Inspire, empower, grab your girls and soar a little higher. Unlock the fire in